Tonight on CTV News at 11:30. Between Timmins and Sudbury.
We wanted to err on the side of caution.
Its chief says the fire this morning was within 12 kilometers of the community. Plus, North Bay City Council is delaying the demolition of the West Ferris Arena.
How can I tell what's not sound if we can't even see the report?
It's being sent back to committee for further study. And some Sudbury cyclists now have a new reason to gear up.
It's very fun. I come here every 2 days.
Officials have cut the ribbon on a brand new LVAC bike park.
CTV News at 11:30 with Ian Campbell and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. Thanks for staying up with us. A voluntary evacuation is underway from Matagami First Nation as the Timmins 9 forest fire continues to burn near the community. Roughly 160 people have so far been evacuated to Barrie. CTV's Lydia Chubak starts us off tonight.
The Timmins 9 wildfire continues to threaten Matagami First Nation. Ministry of Natural Resources officials say it's grown in size to approximately 464 hectares.
It has received aerial fire suppression consistently throughout the week so far. So every day we've had water bombers, CL-415s, Twin Otters, bucketing helicopters supporting the crews on the ground. So pretty aggressive fire response. We have 9 fire ranger crews that are assigned to that fire right now.
While crews work to gain control of the blaze, Matagami First Nation issued a state of emergency and a voluntary evacuation.
Well, people are obviously concerned. Today, especially with the shift in the wind and the expected temperature and the gusts of wind, we wanted to err on the side of caution.
Matagami's fire chief says as of this morning, the fire was burning 12.3 kilometers from the community.
The wind's coming from the west, which is going to cause smoke in our community and panic for some.
To say it's hot and dry in Matagami First Nation is an understatement. The community is under an extreme forest fire hazard rating, and most people have been evacuated as of today. 2 buses left the community this morning, taking 160 people to Barrie, while others are leaving in their personal vehicles.
The province emergency operations center, so they will let us know what is available. There was certainly a few number of locations that were updated to us, but that changes on a daily basis, and we're fortunate that we're not going too far.
40 people have decided to stay. Some are first responders, others didn't want to go.
Yeah, everybody's in panic mode, and what do you call them? The reason why I'm staying behind there is, I don't know, it's just that I don't see the need to. I don't panic easy.
I think the community's doing the right thing, and keeping our community members safe is priority.
The M&R says there are 8 active fires in the Northeast region and 3 are not under control, including Timmins 9 and 1 near Larder Lake and the other near the Peawanuck Airport. Lydia Chubak, CTV News, Matagami First Nation.
Anishinaabe police seizing $105,000 in illegal drugs from a home in Martin River First Nation. An ongoing investigation led police to execute a search warrant at a home on Lagoon Road yesterday. They found what they believe to be crack cocaine, crystal meth, and other illicit drugs in cash. They also seized items police say are used in drug trafficking. A 32-year-old woman from the community and a 33-year-old man from Geraldton are facing charges. Meanwhile, Timmins police seizing more than $17,000 in drugs along with more than $43,000 in cash following a drug bust yesterday on Borden Avenue. Investigators say they arrested 2 men in their 40s and a 65-year-old man, all from Timmins, on trafficking-related charges. North Bay City Council is delaying a decision on demolishing the West Ferris Arena. The option to tear it down has long been tied to the planning of the city's new twin pad facility build. CTV's Eric Tashner reports.
This is a West Ferris history.
After hearing a passionate plea to reconsider tearing down the 59-year-old West Ferris Community Arena,
I hear things like demolishing it, and I say, why? Well, structurally, it's not sound. How can I tell what's not sound if we can't even see the reports?
City Council has opted to delay its decision, sending the matter back to the Infrastructure and Operations Committee.
Decommissioning doesn't always mean demolishing. Demolishing has always been a conversation that it could be something that happened, but we've never had that fulsome discussion.
A staff report found the rink has reached the end of its life expectancy due to structural deterioration, aging systems, and long-term maintenance. Mayor Peter Chirico cast the lone vote against, arguing that after several years, it's time for discussions to end.
It's not the 11th hour on this. We're at 12:01. To repurpose it is going to take millions of dollars.
A study commissioned by the city determined North Bay doesn't need 6 ice pads. This debate comes as the city prepares to open its new twin pad recreation center in August.
When it came time to finding a new arena, we took 7 years. When it comes time to closing arena, we take 5 days.
Vrebosch wants to ensure West Ferris residents have a chance to voice their opinion before a final decision is made, and wonders if it's best to pass the decision on to the next council.
If the sky isn't falling, then take a sober second thought to it, take a breath, and then have a plan.
That is not something that I'm comfortable with passing the buck. Let's make the decision.
Antler says he would support additional engineering estimates if they help determine if the structure could be safely reused. But it could cost the city upwards of $600,000.
This is a women's history. This is a North Bay history.
A less intensive study would determine the feasibility of converting the building at a cost of between $100,000 to $250,000. Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
A new report says Sudbury's Bylaw Enforcement Department is overworked and understaffed. The report being presented next week to City Council says complaints have been trending up, noting Bylaw receives more than 4 times the number of complaints it got compared to a decade ago, while staffing levels have stayed the same. Other municipalities have 8 Bylaw officers per 100,000 people, while Sudbury has 6 with a larger geographic area. Animal control and shelter services are eating into officers' time because of this shelter's location. The Sudbury Women's Center is getting a major funding boost for a new program aimed at keeping seniors active in the community. The federal government announcing a $3 million grant today for a program called Whole Seniors. The initiative was launched last week, bringing 5 nonprofits together to offer and train seniors as volunteers. The Sudbury Women's Center will be providing funding support and coordination with partner organizations, which include the United Way, Parkside Center, and Independent Living. Families east of Sudbury will soon have licensed childcare thanks to a government fund and new partnership. CTV's Angela Gemmel reports.
Representatives from Our Children, Our Future point to where a playground is planned for this vacant municipal building. It's the future site of a child care center.
There is limited access at the moment, especially to English language spaces. So families might have to go at the moment to Sudbury or go maybe to the Nipissing area. The idea is to bring licensed childcare closer to their home.
$3 million in funding from the Canada-Ontario Early Learning and Childcare Infrastructure Fund will create 51 spaces in both Marks-Day Warren and St. Charles. This former OPP building will be renovated to create the center in Marks-Day Warren, which will provide 16 preschool spaces, 10 toddler spaces, and 10 infant spaces.
This is the first 10 dedicated infant spaces that's actually coming to Sudbury East. So it's a very exciting time for those families in Sudbury East that are looking to get back to work.
$1.5 million of the funding will help create a child care center in St. Charles, which will open up 15 child care spaces.
We are putting a modular building, and we're not talking ATCO trailer style. We're talking like a nice, presentable child care space, a space where families are going to want to bring their children. In that area, you're close to the community arena, you're close to the splash pad.
The projects are a partnership with the Manitoulin Sudbury District Services Board and each respective municipality. Having licensed child care helps attract and retain families to the community.
Our families will be able to make make themselves comfortable at home knowing that we are taking care of their children, as well as promote growth because of the highway and the proximity to North Bay and Sudbury. People have another option to take care of their families.
2 months ago, Our Children, Our Future announced 30 childcare spaces for French families for École Saint-Thomas in Warren. The new projects bring to 81 the total number of childcare spaces to be created this year in Sudbury East. The latest facilities should be ready by the end of this year. Families interested in being added to the wait list should visit the Our Children, Our Futures website. Angela Gemmell, CTV News, Warren.
Greater Sudbury cyclists have a new reason to gear up and head outside. This is the brand new LVAC Bike Park. The City of Greater Sudbury, alongside the LVAC Community Action Network and local sponsors, officially unveiled the track with a ribbon-cutting ceremony today. The $100,000 community-led project was made possible through local sponsors and the city's Healthy Communities Initiative Grant Fund. Located at the Beach Tot Lot Playground, the project is the first of its kind in the city.
This is a pump track, so it's designed as a continuous loop so that if you're on a wheeled apparatus, whether it be a bike or a mini scooter, you can sort of pump and generate your own momentum throughout the course, and it's just a great way to have fun and stay active.
There really isn't a community center or a gathering place that we have in LVAC outside of the arena, and for the better part of the year that's closed. So my goal is to give the kids, both young and older, a place that they can be and parents can join them if they wanted.
It's very fun. I come here every 2 days.
I like how there's so much turns. I think it's fun because I like to wipe out.
Looks like a lot of fun. The park was unveiled today in celebration of Parks and Recreation Month. Time now for a short break here on CTV News. Coming up, Rick will have our full weather forecast. For now, a look at the current conditions. And looks like we have a tale of two different parts of the region right now. The closer you get to the Greater Lakes, the lower the temperatures seem to be. Warmer just about everywhere else. 22 in Kapuskasing and Timmins, 19 in Sudbury, 12 in Sault Ste. Marie. We'll have details after the break.
We've got some rain in the forecast coming up. Not as severe as what we first thought. It's maybe 60% by Friday, perhaps 30 or 40%. Forecast radar right now, courtesy of Environment Canada. This is how it filters through northeastern Ontario. There you can see by early Friday morning around Sudbury, Kapuskasing, Chapleau, and Moosonee as well, and continuing perhaps into Saturday. So we'll have to keep a close eye on that. But the severity right now does not look as bad as what we first thought. Sudbury, Nickel Belt, now your 7-day forecast, 21 or 29 and sunny skies for Thursday. Friday, here we go, chance of showers. More of the same on Saturday at 23, 22, 26, 28 and 29. Some sun and cloud Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Really no complaints about that forecast. Again, well above normal for this time of the year. Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, sun and cloud at 26 for tomorrow. Chance of showers Friday and Saturday, both days at 40%. Then we go back to Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Again, 29, 28 degrees, some sun and cloud in the forecast, well above normal, which is 20 for this time of the year. Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, sun and cloud, and 29. It'll be steamy tomorrow. Chance of showers on Friday and Saturday at 22. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, 28, 30, and 29. So again, the warmer temperatures are here, as well as they should be as we approach the official start of the summer season. We'll have to wait, though. It's on June 21st. Meanwhile, in Temiskaming Shores and Kirkland Lake, sunshine and 29 tomorrow. Friday, chance of showers. More of the same on Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we've got some sunny skies for a couple of days and some sun and cloud at 27, 28 and 29, well above normal. At this point, it's 21 for this region. Early into June. North Bay, West Nipissing. Sunny skies tomorrow, 28. Chance of showers Friday and Saturday at 24 and 23. 26 on Sunday. Monday, 27. 29 Tuesday with the sun and cloud well above normal. Again, to kick off the week. Ian Campbell is back. And again, some toasty conditions for you, Ian. A bit of a break with the rain. Then it starts to heat up once again. Back to you.
It's a nice welcome back. Thanks, Rick. Well, people living outdoors face several health-related issues, from extreme cold to hot weather. A Sudbury charity is trying to help the vulnerable beat the heat. CTV's Elena Everson reports.
The Go Give project says extreme heat can quickly become a health emergency for the vulnerable. Ashley St. Pierre is homeless and knows the dangers firsthand.
I'd say the heat, worried about heat stroke. 30-degree temperatures are definitely a struggle for us. It's our biggest challenge right now.
We started the Beat the Heat campaign because in the summertime we do have an increased volume of individuals that are out and about. With the increased temperatures, we do see a lot more risks for dehydration, for heat stroke, and other heat-related complications.
Farouk says throughout the summer, the team distributes supplies while conducting wellness checks across the community.
We are seeing at least 200 individuals on a nightly basis, and then we do also have encampments that we serve. Those also do expand in the summertime. People are more out in the bush.
These types of supports are crucial for us. I mean, anybody that's homeless or vulnerable could utilize any of these services, from outreach to Go Give. I mean, they're all amazing frontliners.
The Go Give project is asking for donations of bottled water and electrolyte drinks, snacks, sunscreen, bug spray, sleeping bags and blankets, first aid supplies, and Oragel.
With first aid as well, it is summertime. There are a lot of more bugs, more mosquitoes out, so we do see a lot more open wounds. And it is essential to treat those before they progress into serious infections.
The Go Give project says every dollar and donation helps its team meet people where they are and provide relief and essentials on the hottest days of the year. Elena Everson, CTV News, Sudbury.
The stage is set for contract talks to begin between the Ford government and the unions representing Ontario's education workers. The unions serving a notice to bargain today, with the potential for job action as early as the fall. CTV's Siobhan Morris reports.
A united front from Ontario's major education unions, firing the starting pistol on collective bargaining, with contracts expiring at the end of August.
This round of bargaining is about improving learning conditions for students and working conditions for those who support them every day. The stakes are high.
Talks will start in the next 15 days. Union leaders are pushing for a cap on class sizes, better pay and benefits to keep teachers in the job, the end of mandatory e-learning, and more supports in special education.
We know there are many kids that are being left behind, falling between the cracks, that are being told they can't even come to school.
The Minister of Education said yesterday he's optimistic about a deal by Labor Day.
I want the absolute best for teachers, and I want a fair deal for taxpayers, and I think we're going to get there. There'll be some tough negotiations, obviously, but they're always tough.
Calandra says that's because of how passionate educators are.
We're looking forward to that collaboration. We're looking forward to that desire to work together. Haven't seen it yet, but we'll look at that as a positive statement.
But there is a willingness to take job action if the change union leaders say their members are desperate for is slow in coming.
57,000 CUPE education workers showed the government in 2022, and we're ready for this round.
4 years ago, Ontario schools were closed for 2 days after CUPE members walked out, angry over an imposed contract, one that was repealed. The start of bargaining in budget season, when boards across Ontario are declaring hundreds of staff surplus, some 800 at the Toronto District School Board.
TDSB will see a decline of enrollment of over 5,000 students. That has a major impact, obviously, on budgets.
But educators say the notices go beyond what would make sense.
This is the first time, I believe, since 2019 that the secondary school teachers in the TDSB have received bumping notices, and that's significant.
A notice that teachers may have to move to a school far from home based on evolving needs. Paul Calandra says he's frustrated of the cycle of declaring a teacher surplus in the spring only to have them hired back in the fall. He acknowledges it's really stressful for educators. Union leaders say it's a problem that's well within the minister's ability to fix. Siobhan Morris, CTV News.
Still ahead tonight on CTV News. As post-secondary students graduate across the north, we'll share with you one new nurse's journey and how grateful she is to be crossing the stage. Stay with us. Many post-secondary students are graduating this week, and a student at Laurentian is excited to be crossing the stage after a difficult battle. CTV's Madison Merrier has her story.
Alex Kowalski has spent 4 years studying nursing at Laurentian University. However, it wasn't always smooth sailing. During her second year, she was rushed to the hospital with difficulty breathing.
I ended up spending about a week in the ICU, and then I was transferred to the surgical floor, where then I was discharged home, and I had a very long recovery in front of me.
Kowalski was diagnosed with Lemierre's syndrome that caused a clot in her internal jugular vein, which turned into a lung infection before sepsis. Coming from Kapuskasing, her family wasn't able to arrive at the hospital right away, and she says staff at HSN filled that comforting role for her during her most vulnerable time.
After my hospitalization here, on my way out while I was being discharged, a nurse asked me if I would ever come back to work in the ICU, and I said no, I would never want to come back to this place. I didn't want to see this place again. And here I was applying for an extern job in the summer, and one of my choices were the ICU.
We knew right from the get-go that Alex was going to be one to keep our eye on. There was never any question whether we wanted her to stay. It was whether she decided this was going to be the place she landed.
Tomorrow, Kowalski will graduate as a registered nurse before returning to the hospital's intensive care unit to start her new job.
There's nothing she's afraid to tackle, so for us, it's great to see someone transition from the student role into soon to be one of our nurses.
I think it was more so kind of closure for me. So I came in, and now I'm taking care of people that were in my position at the time, so I feel like I can really empathize with them, and I really know how it feels. So in a way, it does make me, or it will make me, a better and more empathetic nurse.
Kowalski says she's feeling almost back to normal, but her lung function isn't at full capacity, and she's hoping her story can raise some awareness on the rare syndrome that presents as a cold but can be something more serious. Madison Merrier, CTV News, Sudbury.
Biologists off the coast of Newfoundland are uncovering underwater secrets. Now they are showing off their discoveries in Ottawa. CTV's Garrett Berry has the details.
See, for the first time, these secrets of the sea.
For me, it's like watching a different movie every time the video and the camera comes up.
Hundreds of kilometers off the coast of Newfoundland and hundreds of meters underneath the surface, these ancient cold-water corals have never been seen before.
It's pitch black going through the water column for the longest time, and then all of a sudden this vibrant and textured landscape comes into view.
Until now.
You see something brand new that's never been seen before. It really gasses you up and keeps you going.
Isabelle Jubenville was on the Polar Prince for an expedition between Oceania Canada and DFO. The team captured this footage using a drop camera system, bringing light to these mysterious and incredible creatures.
Because they grow so very slowly, they actually hold a record of geological history in their tissues. So, different isotopes of elements that exist in different quantities over time, that's actually registered within the structure of the corals.
A living history book. And these are the building blocks of the ocean.
They give us an answer as to why the waters off Newfoundland and Labrador are so rich, why we have such a long history of commercial fishing, almost 500 years, if not longer.
Now, researchers with Oceania are in Ottawa tonight to show off what they found at this southern Newfoundland slope, sharing this find and maybe highlighting what's out here, what might be worth further study and protection. Garrett Berry, CTV News, St. John's.
It's a unique scavenger hunt in downtown Toronto tied to the upcoming World Cup. The goal, to find beaver sculptures designed to represent the countries taking part in the tournament. CTV's Raheem Ladani has more on the Great Beaver Quest.
Old Town Toronto often feels like a fairy tale. Maybe it's the playful dogs or the ever-still birds trying not to draw a cat's attention. And now this Narnia-like neighborhood has a new inhabitant.
I found so many beavers and they're so cute.
Not one or two or even three, but 51 beavers have ditched their dams for this urban oasis, representing nations competing in the upcoming FIFA World Cup.
I think it's a great opportunity for folks to get out there and see parts of Toronto, even if they live here.
The quirky rodents are part of a scavenger hunt put on by the Old Town Toronto BIA. Anyone can download the Great Canadian Beaver Quest app.
It's like keeping me from not being bored.
It's giving me something to do when I'm walking around.
The more beavers you find and snap pics with, the greater chance you have of winning gift cards from local businesses.
I think the city trying to expand that zone of influence and keep it not just in that Liberty Village kind of area and make it a citywide thing. That's exciting.
Each lifelike sculpture is hand-painted by a local artist. This beaver is immersed within a Tunisian living landscape. The colors drawn from Tunisia's foliage and national identity.
It really shines the light on Toronto's amazing artistic scene and the amazing talent that we have across the GTA.
This contest closes on August 16th. After that, these beavers are going to be auctioned off, with the funds going towards a local charity. Rahim Ladani, CTV News, Old City, Toronto.
Very cool. That takes us to the end of our newscast this Wednesday night. For the latest news anytime, remember you can head to our website, ctvnewsnorthernontario.ca. You can also download our CTV News app. Thanks for watching. Good night.